Well, let's just discuss a little bit further about Manchester City's transfer targets. And as you can see there, Graham Hunter is live in Barcelona for us. Graham, good morning. Well, City seem to be losing one Argentine, of course, but hoping to replace him with another of his countrymen. So what is the latest, first of all, on Sergio Aguero?
Well, morning, David. Yes, Kun Aguero, the Atletico Madrid player, has told his club some weeks ago, and then repeated from the Copa America, that he doesn't want to come back to Atletico Madrid. And it's been an open secret that Real Madrid wanted him and that he wanted to go to Real Madrid. And where Manchester City have hugely benefited is with their financial power and patently in marketing themselves to the player. The fact that they're going to be involved in the Champions League is enormous. Because Kun Aguero is not moving for more money. He's very well remunerated. He'll be paid more once he moves. But his stated aim is to be competitive at the top level of world and European football for club and country. The clearer operation at Real Madrid, selling in order to have a bigger budget, therefore being able to buy more powerfully, is not something they've been able to do. And Manchester City, in meeting the buyout clause, satisfying Atletico Madrid. And remember, David, for a club that's losing a star asset like Kun Aguero, it's very handy for Atletico Madrid if they can shoo him off to another country where he won't come back and do them damage. They're going to be playing in two different European competitions next season, City and Atletico Madrid. Domestically, Kun Aguero won't come back and do them damage. So all round, if Kun Aguero is persuaded that the Manchester City project is credible and one that he wants to be involved in, then England is about to get an enormously talented, tough, well-behaved, top-quality professional footballer.
And let's talk about the man that he's keeping on the Argentine bench at the moment. Carlos Tevez, of course, we know that move to Corinthians was on the verge of being agreed, then it broke down. A lot of complicated issues involved in that. But are there any Spanish clubs interested in Carlos Tevez?
Yeah, David, we've been asking that question over here to Barcelona, who are expected today to announce the signing finally of a deal that's been made for about a week but lying dormant until the player's agent was able to get here. That's Alexis Sanchez from Udinese, a player that Manchester City and Manchester United and Chelsea all tried for. And therefore, Barcelona's doors are closed to Carlos Tevez at the moment. Real Madrid, again, would have liked to maybe move on either Higuain or Benzema and move Tevez in. They haven't been able to do that. Jose Mourinho wants one more striker, and he wants a traditional, tall, big striker. The type he tried to sign in Emmanuel Adebayor, and therefore Tevez at Real Madrid, a nice fit, a player that Mourinho has admitted that he admires, but not the right fit right now, and therefore that probably only leaves two options. One, if City wanted to loan the player out because the Corinthians deal looks credible in mid-season, something that I can't vouch for, then there are any number of clubs here who would take Carlos Tevez if City would pay his wages. But the one credible B alternative is that Malaga are a smaller version of Manchester City, fueled by petrodollars. They are stocking up brilliantly. They're coached by Manuel Pellegrini. And what you might be able to see is that Malaga says, we would take him and we would pay his wages if we can have him on loan for 6 or 12 months, and then City can resolve the situation with Corinthians if that's the way forward.
Okay, let's talk very briefly about Barcelona. And obviously, after Cesc Fabregas fell with 27 million, fell with 31 million, do you see that bid increasing again for them to finally sign this Arsenal midfielder that they've been after for such a long time?
I think despite the fact that the president of this football club Barcelona, Sandro Rosé, said Cesc isn't worth 40 million euros to us, I think the answer is yes. I think they have to move on that price. Pep Guardiola told Cesc Fabregas very publicly from his press conference the other day, which you carried in Sky Sports News, keep on working, do what Arsenal wants you to do, behave like a top professional. What I'm able to show you is the local media's take on it at the moment. The pictures you're looking at of Cesc, I suspect, will indicate that Arsenal aren't quite sure if he's going to be on their German tour starting on Friday. But Barcelona are quite sure that the way forward is for him to remain calm, to behave well, to be a good professional, and for them to go over and negotiate in the shape of Jose Maria Bartomeu, the vice president, who's been to London once. Barcelona, I think they would have to increase their price, and I think that that's a fair reflection of the fact that even though Barcelona are in debt, even though they think they're reclaiming something that essentially belongs to them, undoubtedly they've undervalued Cesc Fabregas. Arsenal have held out correctly, and once Barcelona move and meet something closer to Arsenal's valuation, the player, I think, will still end up at Football Club Barcelona because they're determined to sign him.
Watch all 5 Sky Sports channels on your mobile and online with Sky Go.